land with either a nair up air or maybe a nair back air.
That is true. Game & Watch is going to die to, like, on a platform, he's going to die to, like, nair, up air very early.
Yeah, it's something that Monteant has to be very, very careful of here, specifically because of the fact that, hey, we're on small battlefield. Hey, Ike has a big sword and it does a lot of damage. Hey, you're going to die at 30.
Yeah, this balloon's going to pop pretty soon. And Monteant is, rm8 is going directly in with these nairs. He is throwing caution to the wind, and kind of forcing Monteant onto the back foot a little bit.
These full hop nairs usually are, it's the bread and butter for Ike. You see it every single time that Ike is on your screen. But what rm8 is doing slightly differently here is the sheer number and volume of these full hop nairs that they are throwing out. And it's specifically because against a character like Game & Watch, the only way that you can shut down the literal limitless numbers of options that Game & Watch has is to just not let him throw them out in the first place. So what rm8 is trying to do here is just constantly full hop nair so that Game & Watch can't approach, and when he does approach, he's taking damage for it.
Yep. I mean, the one move is so effective that, like, rm8 has, for the most part, hit, like, I mean, aside from that, what was that? A side BKO? Or aside from that, that the damage on that first stock was almost entirely nair and up air, which, like, every time you get tagged with nair up air, that's like what, like 20-some%.
And it's building up very quickly. Like people,
good catch!
Quick drawing right into the side, or into the down smash. Sorry.
Yeah, and that's I am, like, figuratively rolling the dice, because when down smash happens, I have no idea what it's going, like, how my character is going to get hit. I have no idea if he's going to get buried. I'm going to have no idea if he's going to get sent to the side, if he's going to get sent straight up. He did get sent straight up, but it is really not the only RNG that Game & Watch has in his tool set.
So right here, Monteant's finding himself at a bit of a uncomfortable disadvantage, but this distance can be made up very, very quickly with Game & Watch's tools. He just needs to get that one sort of opening to get in. And it could have been started there with those few up airs, but rm8 not giving him the opportunity, going to dash into the ledge, get that dash attack out, and is going to catch Monteant hanging above the ledge, going to kill right there. I think he was only at like 80. So Ike's kill power at plus small battlefield coming into a pretty big play there. However, Monteant definitely is in a position where he could immediately refrag. If rm8 tries to land on his shield, or not shield, tries to land on his up smash like that specifically, he's probably going to lose the stock very soon. He needs to be really careful of the iframes on Game & Watch's up smash, because not even Ike's sword can beat that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you could see the switch from Monteant like completely flip there, which I like. I like seeing that. And it's like, it looks like fishing, but honestly, when you only need to hit one move, when you know your kill window and your win condition on that stock, you only need to hit one move. Like, that's the win condition right there.
Especially when it's a move as safe as that one.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
can kind of just confidently sit there and throw it out over and over again until either your opponent forces you to approach or just does a dumb option and gets hit by it.
And that's just knowing your percents. Ooh,
well,
so
that's going to speaking of knowing your percents, that up air is going to kill Monteant there.
That started at 78.
Yeah.
Game Watch died at 99.
That was those nair up airs that we were talking about off of platform, for sure. Taking care of Monteant in pretty dominant fashion, to be honest there. Sending him down 1-0 in the set. Monteant is looking, there's certainly a threat of being sent to loser's bracket here if they don't clean up the gameplay versus Yez. Or not Yez. Wow. I saw the skin. That's the skin that Yez uses, and I played friendlies with him yesterday. So, like, in my brain, I was just like, it's like hardwired to be afraid when I see that Ike skin.
So, gotta figure FD's banned. To get rid of the, because rm8 wants platforms. Ike wants platforms.
There are two bans in this rule set, correct?
I believe so.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say FD and probably is Lilat here?
I've never seen it.
Yeah, either Lilat or maybe likely Yoshi's probably. Actually, Yoshi's is a decent Ike stage, but I think it's a better Game & Watch stage, which is why Yoshi's was probably the other band. And
And now
actually, wanting to point something out, I think that's the first upbeat we've seen from
it
rm8,
is absolute, like, recovery or otherwise. That is the first upbeat we have seen this entire set.
which is practically insane and unheard of when it comes to Ike gameplay.
And it's almost like it's crazy that like we both kind of forgot about that because like that is such a
Because he just
valuable
wasn't
tool
using
in
it.
Ice. Yeah, exactly. And oh, what a catch
Wow!
on the two.
Beautiful, yeah,
Wow.
beautiful
Locked
two-frame
in.
on the ledge with down tilt into fair.
rm8 is locked in right now. Hitting the 2 frames on Wi-Fi against Game & Watch, that is a hard window to hit. Even on a, like, Ike down tilt gives you a pretty, like, the startup gives you a pretty friendly window on 2-frame attempts. But even still, that's Game & Watch up B you're trying to 2-frame. That is not a walk in the park.
Practically invincible for most of its duration. It has a huge hitbox that can take you with it. It's what, frame 5 or 6 out of shield. It's practically one of the, like, we're talking about uppies out of shield, and yes, Ike's is fantastic because of its armor and kill power. But Game & Watches is, in my opinion at least, the best get off me option in the entire game. If you are in disadvantage, just hold up and push the B button, and you will no longer be in disadvantage.
Now for Monteant, that was a really, really nice cleanup there. Only taking 27% to take rm8's first stock off the board. Really swinging this game much, much closer to even here. And now you're seeing the difficulty that Game & Watch can impose on their opponent.
Especially a slower and heavier character like Ike. Getting out of those up air chains is, you know, they're not the most damaging combo in the world. It's only doing like 5-6% with each of them, but it's just they hit over and over and over again. Getting that down throw, looking for the up air and barely connecting with some really good aerial drift from rm8 and some subpar DI from Monteant.
And
for the down smash,
stock,
there it is. Wow.
This whole stock has just been like some of the most aggravating stuff, like aggravating Game & Watch stuff that you can get hit by, and like the mental damage that inflicted, like this 17 up airs into the, like, snuffing out the side B with the neutral B from Game & Watch, and then just like taking a stock kind of early with the back air. He really threw the whole kitchen sink at rm8 on that second stock, and is definitely carrying the momentum into this third stock here.
The kitchen sink, though, rm8's finally using the ether there for the second time this game out of shield. It's looking like it might be too little too late. rm8 can only probably take one more starter from Monteant before it's curtains. This back air off stage could be big, but recovering high, really good use of the quick draw to go above what Monteant was looking for on the ledge. But this back air into something else could be critical. Looking for the bombs, not finding them, almost getting grabbed there, but good spot dodge.
Oh, saved him.
Spot dodge into down smash, and yeah, actually saving him, but not going to come back and bite Monteant in the butt. Instead, going to just throw out those bomb fares and drift back, going to get the kill as soon as rm8 drops shield, and we're going to game 3.
And that was just a clinic in maintaining advantage and maintaining stage control with the use of ledge pressure from Monteant. And from the moment that it was like 70-0 on last stock, I was thinking, okay, this looks pretty bad. But this is still Ike, and from the game 1, like, the stage, like, we're not playing on a drastically different stage. Like, we could definitely see, like, a couple of nair up airs, and then Game & Watch is totally in kill percent. But this, like, Monteant just, you know, locked all the windows and doors, did not let Ike have, like, a minute of breathing room, kept him off stage, kept him in recovery situations, and, like, even like, the one time that rm8 was able to, like, get over top of Monteant with the side B, like, Monteant recovered, sent him off stage the other way. Yeah, exactly. And then it was just fair, and you can't shield all of them. And that is just again, just clinical shutdown of gameplay. And it seems to continue here in the first stock of game 3 here. And Monteant seems to have those high side Bs fully scouted out. rm8's going to have to find another way back onto the stage if he doesn't want to get down smashed again.
Yeah, and this is like, actually, I just really want to credit Monteant for how good the adaptation here has been. He started off, he got nearly 2-stocked, and then he goes, wait a second, I'm Game & Watch. Let me play annoying. And it's not like no shade whatsoever to Monteant for how he's playing, because this is how you should play Game & Watch, especially in a matchup like the Ike matchup. Play annoying, dude. That's how you're going to win.
Hey, play annoying, but don't whiff, because that one whiff dash attack is basically what led to a kill. Like, it didn't happen immediately, but it did happen eventually. And another high side B. rm8 is playing with fire here. And Monteant seems to know exactly which button to press to try and punish that.
Monteant looking to get in with those bombs again, same way he ended game 2. rm8 though hopping over and getting that neutral, or sorry, nair into bear. Thank you so much, Squashua, for the follow.
I love that recovery.
Yeah, that was such a good angle, and such a good avoidance.
The pullback so that you wouldn't get too framed by the Ike neutral B. Very, very. I love seeing recoveries like that.
Yeah, and it also, like, the main thing about recoveries like that you have to take into account is that it demonstrates both knowledge of the matchup of your opponent and mastery of your own character. Because to know that, okay, if I click the stick back a little bit here and click the stick a little bit forward here, and I won't get too framed and I won't die. And that's exactly what exactly what Monteant did to avoid the eruption 2 frame. Landing with bomb there, but rm8 still holding on to the stock, 149%, almost at the point of getting stage 2 rage, which would be the absolute worst case scenario for Monteant here.
Yeah, goes for that again. I like the swinging early with the neutral B. It's better to swing early than to swing late. If you're not gonna hit the 2 frame. And now, wow, all of a sudden a huge swing of momentum here. rm8 taking the second stock and now just finally losing his first. Now this is Monteant with a huge hill to climb.
We started off this game 3 by talking about, Monteant did some fantastic adaptation to win game 2 in such dominant fashion. Well, look at this. rm8, like, the reason rm8 suffered so hard in game 2 was that he was constantly overextending and getting caught by a ton of Game & Watch BS as a result. Now here, what we're seeing instead is rm8 actually waiting. He's being very, very patient, waiting for Monteant to whiff, and then punishing him with big damage for it. And that's been the key difference here, but it might not matter because rm8 getting a little bit too greedy. Got a little bit too greedy, overextended, wanted that nair way too bad, and got hit by the down smash F smash for his troubles. Now we're back to nearly even despite the entire stock lead that he had built up a moment ago.
Yep. But I will say, like, percent, like these percents are a lot more valuable for Ike. Just in terms of, you know, one thing that I talk about all the time, pretty much every time I'm on commentary, stray hit kill power. Stray hit kill power. Like, Ike has it not only on dash attack, he has it on back air. But he, like, I would also consider nair up air because of how long that confirm lasts. Like, that's stray hit kill power. If you're hitting that move in neutral, that is something that you have to watch out for at these percents. Game & Watch could die now.
Really, both of them could die now. Not specifically because, like, the difference between
nair.
The difference between kill percents here is that Ike needs one good hit to kill Game & Watch. Game & Watch needs one good setup to kill Ike. So the big difference is that Monteant actually has to play it much better because Ike just needs to hit him once. He needs to actually follow through on a full setup.
Yeah.
Still looking for these nairs, getting dash attacked on his shield and getting jab 1. Not going to do anything with it. These upbees have been devastating all set long for rm8, and it looks like Monteant's ready to close this out, looking for these bombs once more on rm8's shield.
The defense in this last stock has been airtight for Monteant. Like, shielding every single dash attack, shielding every single scary move. And now it really looks like it's rm8 that might be struggling to find this hit.
It's definitely in the scramble position. Monteant is doing a fantastic job of keeping his cool and playing patient. Meanwhile, rm8 is literally fishing for these kill moves, but he's actually going to find it. He's going to find a bite on that fishing line, and get that up air off of Monteant's down air. Very risky down air from Monteant to try and get back to stage faster, and it's not going to pay off.
I mean,